gutter, raised by the night, I learned that mercy was a weakness in the fight. Whiskey on my table, a pistol by my bed. Every promise I was given was a promise painted red. I walk with killers, call them family, call them home. Every street a battlefield, every deal was carved in stone. I never asked forgiveness, never pray for saving grace, 'cause the devil was the mirror staring back into my face. I got blood in my veins and shadows in my name. I was forged by the fire, I was born of the flame. No salvation, no change, just the Lord a game. I got blood in my veins and it flows all the same. Women came like smoke and they vanished in the haze. Love was just a story that don't last in these days. Gold in my pocket, ashes in my lungs. I was young when I started, now I'm old, still undone. The city knows my footsteps, the alleys know my sin. I gave my soul to darkness, never cared if I win. I don't fear the silence, I don't fear the grave, 'cause a man like me was destined to be a shadow, not saved. I got blood in my veins and shadows in my name. I was forged by the fire, I was born of the flame. No salvation, no change, just the Lord a game. I got blood in my veins and it flows all the same. Smoke, cold rain, every night feels the same. One life, one road, carved in stone, carved in cold. I got blood in my veins and the night on my skin. I was never searching for forgiveness or sin. When the darkness calls my name, I will smile, I won't change. I got blood in my veins and it flows all the same. Moaning low, echo like a ghost. Slide guitar, moaning low, echo like a ghost. Bass heavy, slow heartbeat. Bass heavy, slow heartbeat. Ooh. Fade with distant tones, like footsteps fading into an empty street. fire sing, whiskey on my bread, blood on my hand. The city bowed down, but it took my soul. Every deal I struck dug a deeper hole. The shadows don't fade, they follow me still, through empty streets, through nights so chill. Power was fire, but it burned me blind. Now I'm haunted by ghosts I can't leave behind. I had the throne made of smoke and sin, but every victory carried me in. Gold in my pocket, ice in my veins, but the price was paid with another man's name. Shadows don't fade, they follow me still, through empty streets, through nights so chill. Power was fire, but it burned me blind. Now I'm haunted by ghosts I can't leave behind. Can't wash off what I've become. No confessions, no church, no rising sun. The underworld crowned me, then it tore me apart. Now I'm just a man with a broken heart. Shadows where the neon bleeds, counting regrets like rosary beads. A king or nothing in a kingdom of dust. I buried my brothers, I buried my trust. Shadows don't fade, they follow me still, through empty streets, through nights so chill. Power was fire, but it burned me blind. Now I'm haunted by ghosts I can't leave behind. The shadows stay, so do I. I walk the alleys where the shadows ring, trading mercy for silver, drowned in the rain. Every brother I had turned into a ghost, in a world where loyalty costs the most. I'm just a man with a of my past that never goes. Whiskey nights and a smoking gun, deals made in darkness, never undone. I wore respect like a loaded chain, but every victory came dressed in pain. I'm just a man with a scarred old name, build my kingdom out of fire and shame. Now I'm haunted by the roads I chose, living with the ghost of my past that never goes. I sleep with blood-stained gold. Can't find love in a heart that's cold. I left the game, but the game won't leave. Every breath I take, the shadows breathe. The sirens cry, I watch the city bleed, and I wonder why. I ain't no hero, I ain't no king, just a man who lost to the life I bring. I'm just a man with a scarred old name, out of fire and shame. Now I'm haunted by the roads I chose, living with the ghost of my past that never go. Oh no, ghosts of my past still walking with me. I was raised by the gun, fed by the night. The city called my name, and I answered with a fight. Every deal was written in smoke and in blood. I built my empire from the sweat and the mud. Stood beside me, but loyalty fades. Silver turns to poison in the dark masquerade. I wore the crown of shadows heavy on my head, but every candles at the bar's dim glow. Every bottle whispered what I didn't want to know. I kissed the hands of fortune, but her lips were cold. Even power trembles when the years grow old. Shadows of the underworld, they follow me still. Chains of every promise broken by my will. No light in the alley, no prayer in the rain. I traded my tomorrow for a kingdom of pain. Gunshots in my memory, names I can't forget. The cost of every heartbeat was paid in someone's death. I thought I ruled the city, but it ruled me back. Now I walk in silence on a one-way track. Now I sit in the corner, cigar in my hand, a ghost among the living in a dying land. I was once a master, now I'm just a man, haunted by the choices of the life I planned. Shadows of the underworld, they follow me still. Chains of every promise broken by my will. No light in the alley, no prayer in the rain. I traded my tomorrow for a kingdom of pain. The streets remember, even if I forget. The underworld never lets you go. I walk through alleys where the sirens cry. Money in my pocket, pistol by my side. The streets call me brother, the night called me king, but every crown of iron cuts deep when it swings. I was the king of nowhere, in a kingdom of sin. Built my throne on ashes, drank the fire within. The streets still whisper, the ghosts still stare. You can leave the light, but the life stays there. Whiskey was my comfort, bullets were my prayer. I bargained with the devil, he was always there. Every deal I made was a mark on my skin, and the deeper I won, the less I could win. I was the king of nowhere, in a kingdom of sin. Built my throne on ashes, drank the fire within. The streets still whisper, the ghosts still stare. You can leave the light, stays there. I can't escape the blood in the cracks of my shoes. Every soul I buried, every choice I choose. I thought I owned the night, I thought I held the crown, but the shadows always win and they pull you down. I sit alone where the neon fades. Memories cut sharper than the finest blade. I was feared, I was worshipped, now I'm just a name. Another ghost wandering in a dead man's game. I was the king of nowhere, in a kingdom of sin. Built my throne on ashes, drank the fire within. The streets still whisper, the ghost still stares. You can leave the light, but the life stays there. Broken, but the shadow remains. I walk through alley where the lamplight died. A pistol in my pocket and a lie in my side. Every deal I made cut deeper than a knife. I thought I owned the night, but it owned my life. Brothers turn to strangers, strangers to stone. I built my castle, but I slept alone. The streets don't forgive, and the blood don't fade. Every step I take is a debt I pay. Whiskey and shadows, that's all I've known. Sitting with the silence in a world I don't know. No mercy, no savior, just the echo of crime. A king without kingdom, running out of time. I saw love in the distance, but she turned away. The smoke from my cigar told me she wouldn't stay. I traded her laughter for power and gold. Now the nights are colder and my soul grows old. I once had soldiers marching at my word, but their eyes grew hollow and their voices blurred. Now the bar is my temple, the bottle my prayer, and the ghosts of my past sit beside me there. Whiskey and shadows, that's all I've known. Sitting with the silence in a world I don't own. No mercy, no savior, just the echo of crime. A king without kingdom, running out of time. Every bullet fight still rings in my head. Every man I bury still sleeps in my bed. The crown I carry was heavy with sin, and the war I started I could never win. Whiskey and shadows, that's all I've known. A life built on ashes and a heart turned to stone. No mercy, no savior, just the echo of crime. I'm a king without kingdom, running out of time. The underworld remembers, and it never lets go. I was raised where mercy don't survive, where the law of the night keeps a man alive. Every handshake costs a soul to pay, and the streets decide who walks away. The law of the night, it don't forgive, takes what it wants, decides who lives. I'm a shadow carved in blood and smoke, a story written but never spoke. Love was a stranger I could never keep. Trust was a bargain that cuts too deep. I built my throne on fear and flame, but every crown is a losing game. The law of the night, it don't forgive, takes what it wants, decides who lives. I'm a shadow carved in blood and smoke, a story written but never spoken. Bullets fly like sermons in the dark. Every man's a target, every deal a mark. I'm still standing, but the cost is high. You don't leave this life, you just learn to die. Still call in the law of the night. There's no end at all. The law of the night, don't forget, takes what it wants, decides who lives. I'm a shadow carved in blood and smoke, a story written but never spoke. The alleys where the sirens moan, built my throne out of blood and stone. Every whisper carried fear of my name, but the fire I lit turned back into flame. Money and women, they came and they stayed, but nothing lasts in the deals I made. I carved a kingdom with a trembling hand and lost my soul to the shifting sand. Now I see the ashes of my reign. Every crown is forged in pain. The streets still echo what I've done, but the night reminds me I can't outrun. Drank from bottles, I smoked through nights, thinking power would drown my fights. But the mirror breaks and it speaks so clear. The man I was is no longer here. Now I see the ashes of my reign. Every crown is forged in pain. The streets still echo what I've done, but the night reminds me I can't outrun. Gunfire memories haunt my sleep. Voices of the lost, they cut so deep. I wore the suit, I played the role, but a king with no heart is a man with no soul. Now I'm older, the city's moved on, but ghosts of the past still sing my song. I'm just a shadow walking in the rain, a broken crown, a life in chains. Reminds me I can't outrun. Now I see the never mine to keep. Only the darkness, and the debt's too deep.
I lit my first cigar on the night I sold my soul. Made a pact with broken angels, let the shadows take control. Brothers swore their blood beside me, but the street don't keep his word. Every promise carved in silence, every vow just disappears unheard. I wore diamonds on my fingers, carried steel beneath my coat. Every deal was drawn in whispers, every trust cut at the throat. Power builds a cage of velvet, gold will weigh a man like stone. And a king who rules the alleys finds he's dying all alone. I was a king without a crown, just a ghost in a suit of black. Every step I took ahead pulled 1,000 shadows back. All the blood that stained my hands, all the names I can't erase. I was a king without a crown, in a world I can't escape. I've seen mothers curse the heavens, seen sons grow cold with hate, watched the innocent turn savage when the hunger sealed their fate. I gave orders like a prophet, but the gospel was a gun, and the prayers that reached the ceiling turned to ashes one by one. Now the nights grow even longer, whiskey drowns what truth remains. Every scar upon my conscience burns much deeper than the chains. I still hear their voices calling, every bullet had its name. And the throne I built in silence is a temple built on shame. I was a king without a crown, just a ghost in a suit of black. Every step I took ahead pulled 1,000 shadows back. All the blood that stained my hands, all the names I can't erase. I was a king without a crown, in a world I can't escape. Smoke curls in the midnight, gunfire in my dreams. Glory is a cruel lie, nothing's ever what it seems. I was a king without a crown, built a palace made of lies. Every song I tried to sing turned to echoes when it died. Now the darkness is my kingdom, and the truth's my only friend. I was a king without a crown, hum steady. Drums close with a heavy final crash that lingers into silence. I'm in this. I'm in this.
Smoke in the air, shadows on the wall. Another night, another fall. He walks alone in a city of crime. Whiskey in his glass, blood on his mind. A fedora hides his eyes, but the streets know his name. In the underworld blues, no one plays a fair game. I got these underworld blues, can't shake them away. Living like a ghost in the night and the gray. Money, power, silence, that's the price I choose. But it all comes crashing down with these mafia blues. Turn traitor, whispers in the rain. Every deal he makes, it's a dance with pain. Cigarette smoke curls, secrets in the dark. Every bullet fired leaves a scar on his heart. I got these underworld blues running through my veins, drowning in shadows, can't wash off the stains. The silence of betrayal, the cold night's cue. With my mafia blues. Cards on the table, knives in the back. Every friend I ever had turn their face to black. Now the sirens wail, but his soul won't bend. Every story in the dark has the same dead end. He pulls another drink as the city sleeps. In the blues of the underworld, the devil always keeps. I got these underworld blues, can't outrun the past. Living in shadows, nothing ever lasts. Whiskey smoke and silence are the only truths. Forever bound in chains by these mafia blues.
walks alone. Fedora low, blues of the underworld is all he'll ever know.
I used to walk with shadows, gunpowder on my breath. Made a throne out of silence, held my kingdom over death. Every street was carved in secrets, every night was stained in red. And the deals I made for power left a hunger never fed. Glass on broken tables, cards were marked before they fell. Trust was just a dying language, and the truth a lie we sell. I had brothers, I had soldiers, now their names fade in the rain. In this empire built on ashes, all that's left is ghost and pain. Whoa. Echoes in the smoke, still chasing me around. Every choice I made still drags me to the ground. The past won't let me go, it cuts me like a blade. I was a king of nothing in the shadows that I made. Dressed in velvet whispers, promises behind their eyes. But in love there is no shelter when the devil wears disguise. I wore suits like steel and armor, played the part of cold command. But beneath the face of iron was a trembling, guilty man. Now I sit in quiet corners, hear the city breathe at night. I'm a stranger to redemption, but I'm too tired to fight. Power fades like smoking whiskey, glory dies before it's told. All that lingers in the darkness is a heart grown cracked and cold. Oh, echoes in the smoke, still chasing me around. Every choice I made still drags me to the ground. The past won't let me go, it cuts me like a blade. I was a king of nothing in the shadows that I made. You don't leave the underworld, it follows where you stand. Even when you drop the gun, you can't wash off the hand. Oh, echoes in the smoke, they whisper who I am. Not a hero, not a legend, just a broken, haunted man. The past won't let me go, it cuts me like a blade. I was a king of nothing in the shadows that I made.
slow. Bass rumbles, cymbals fade like footsteps appearing into the night.
I walked away from the empire I built, left the crown heavy, covered in guilt. Bullets and whiskey, they carved my skin, but the darkest wounds stay deep within. Ghosts on my shoulder whisper my name, dragging me back to the underground flame. I'm free in the daylight, but chained every night by the sins I carried through the endless fight. Still know me, they call in the rain. Every shadow reminds me of blood and pain. I'm a man reborn, but I ain't the same. Every prayer I make still ends in shame. Ghosts on my shoulder whisper my name, dragging me back to the underground flame. I'm free in the daylight, but chained every night by the sins I carried through the endless fight. Confession clears the past I own. Every grave I dug still chills my bones. I walk the line where the night don't end. No God, no mercy, no faithful friend. Now I live quiet, but the silence screams. Every night I wake to the same old dreams. A man can run, but can't escape the shadow written in his face. Ghosts on my shoulder whisper my name, dragging me back to the underground flame. I'm free in the daylight, but chained every night by the sins I carried through the endless fight. Ghosts on my shoulder whisper my name, dragging me back to the underground flame. I'm free in the daylight, but chained every night by the sins I carried through the endless fight. Ghosts never fade, they just follow the man I became.
I sang, whiskey on my breath, blood on my hands. The city bowed down, but it took my soul. Every deal I struck dug a deeper hole. Shadows don't fade, they follow me still, through empty streets, through nights so chill. Power was fire, but it burned me blind. Now I'm haunted by ghosts I can't leave behind. Hey. I had the throne made of smoke and sin, but every victory caved me in. Gold in my pocket, ice in my veins, but the price was paid with another man's name. Shadows don't fade, they follow me still, through empty streets, through nights so chill. Power was fire, but it burned me blind. Now I'm haunted by ghosts I can't leave behind. Hey. What I've become. No confessions, no church, no rising sun. The underworld crowned me, then it tore me apart. Now I'm just a man with a broken heart. Drink in silence where the neon bleeds, counting regrets like rosary beads. A king of nothing in a kingdom of dust. I buried my brothers, I nutted my trunk. Shadows don't fade, they follow me still, through empty streets, through nights so chill. Power was fire, but it burned me blind. Now I'm haunted by ghosts I can't leave behind. Hey. The shadows stay, and so do I. So do I. I was born in broken alleys where the silence hides the crime. Learned the art of dealing sorrow, trading blood for borrowed time. Every promise was a weapon, every handshake at its cost. And the deeper that I traveled, the more myself I lost. Whiskey burned away the hours, cigarettes carved out my breath. Brothers turned to bitter strangers, some found fortune, most found death. I was crowned by ruthless whispers, feared by men who dared to stand. But the crown was made of shadows slipping through my shaking hand. Shadows of the underworld, calling out my name. Every soul I buried there still burns me just the same. Power is a hunger, it never lets you rest. I sold my soul to darkness, and the devil owns the dead. I built empires out of ashes, gold was dripping red with lies. Watched the loyal turn to traitors, saw the mercy in their eyes die. And the women that I cherished, they were gone before the dawn. Love don't live in midnight kingdoms, only ghosts keep hanging on. Now I walk through empty cities, hear my footsteps in the rain. I'm a relic of the power, but the power left me chained. No redemption waits for monsters, no salvation in the night. Just a man who once was mighty, staring down a losing fight. Shadows of the underworld, calling out my name. Every soul I buried there still burns me just the same. Power is a hunger, it never lets you rest. I sold my soul to darkness, and the devil owns the dead. No saints in the kingdom, no saviors to be found, just the echoes of the fallen, crying from the ground. Shadows of the underworld, still following my trace. I was king for just a moment, now I vanish without a face. Power is a hunger, it never sets you free. The shadows of the underworld are the only crown for me.
I was raised where mercy don't survive, where the law of the night keeps a man alive. Every handshake costs a soul to pay,
and the streets decide who walks away. The law of the night, don't forgive, takes what it wants, decides who lives. I'm a shadow carved in blood and smoke, a story written but never spoke. Love was a stranger I could never keep. Trust was a bargain that cuts too deep. I built my throne on fear and flame, but every crown is a losing game. The law of the night, it don't forgive, takes what it wants, decides who lives. I'm a shadow carved in blood and smoke, a story written but never spoke. Fly like sermons in the dark. Every man's a target, every deal a mark. I'm still standing, but the cost is high. You don't leave this life, you just learn to die. Drink alone where the silence grows. The city remembers but it never shows. I buried my name but the streets still call. In the law of the night, there's no end at all. What it wants, decides who lives. I'm a shadow carved in blood and smoke, a story written but never spoke. The law of the night, and I'm still here.